Okay, so, you may have heard of the player Re69, and, a lot of people seem to think that this guy is, like, so he insistently claims that he's legit while getting banned 5 times, or something like that, some crazy number. And it's a little known fact that he just came back, I think it was today, I don't know. I'm too lazy to actually find out. But I saw him in a game today. And, I'd like to make the case for him hacking, because it's not just the fact that he's suspiciously skilled. There's more evidence than that. Now, obviously this isn't conclusive. You'd have to do an SS to do that. But the evidence towards it is pretty convincing. So if we just actually head over to Hive MC player search. So Re69 actually has 3 alts. He has Re69, which is his main, Re64, and Re32. So I'm just gonna first go to Re69. Alright, so see, that's a skin. Everything seems normal. He's actually only played 3 games, which isn't very common. Most people have actually played more games than that. He has a full 2 wins, and he's only been on the server since April 2018. April 2018, does that seem like a time where you could develop much Bed Wars-based skills? Not really. So you see that all of his skill has to come from PvP. Now, obviously, it's possible. They just try harder a lot in that time. But chances are a lot of his skill comes from PvP. And let's look at his stats. He has a 8-to-1 win-loss ratio. And he plays significantly solo, because if you actually go check, that's the forums. Have games, open that in a new tab. Going down to Bed Wars, the solo leaderboards. You actually see he's sitting there with a number 2 spot. Oh, we passed over for 0. Oh. Okay, and then if you look at the all-time leaderboards, he's actually, I don't believe he's that high in it. Well, actually, I could just check his points. Yeah, so he's not even that high in the all-time leaderboards now. So he mostly plays solo, which means he has an 8-to-1 kill death win-loss ratio, which is pretty crazy for someone who plays exclusively solo. On top of that, if you actually head to his solo stats, you'll notice here's more detail. So he has a 9.04. His win-loss in solo is better than other modes, which means he more recently has played more solo. His kills to death is 4, about, and is destroyed to eliminated. That doesn't actually matter. You're eliminated to destroyed. Like, these numbers are suspiciously high for someone who's barely been on the server that long. So now, let's look at his other alts. If we want to go player portal, Re64. It's going to be some background noise. He's sitting at not as impressive of stats. So, you have this player, Re64, who is, by the way, the same person. You can literally check on the forums. And his stats are nowhere near as impressive. And his last login date was 5 months ago. Now, if you actually count the months, April is about 5 months ago. We're sitting in late August right now, so you got July, June, May, April. So about 4 months ago. So if he logged on, that rounding could actually work fairly well for this. So Re64 stopped playing, and instantly you have Re69 to start playing. And actually, I'm gonna open just Re64 stats. Why is this taking forever to load? There we go. Re69. Now there's one more player. So looking at this, we see he leaves on he stopped playing on Re64, which has fairly depressing stats, and almost immediately on Re69 his stats jump. What's the case behind that? And then we can just check his other alt. New tab. Re32. So this account doesn't play as often. You'll see this is last seen 5 months ago. Same with Re64. You'll see his stats just like Re69 are suspiciously high, but he's barely ever played on this. Only 3 games played on this. Sky Wars. He actually has a fair number of games played on Sky Wars. But in Bed Wars, he only has 790 points with 3 beds destroyed, 3 games played, and 3 victories. Now, you can actually, through these numbers, you can calculate about how many kills he got. So we got at least 1 kill per bed. So we can add 10 plus 10 plus 10 because he's destroyed 10 beds. Players and plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 equals 180. And if you just do 790 minus 180, you get 610, and then just divide that by 5. This count's sitting at a whopping 122 kills. With 3 games played. So you can see, on this ult, V32, he was clearly kill farming. Either he was kill farming, or it's possible he may have gotten boosted in teams of 4, but there's no way to prove that. I don't think, looking at these stats, you wouldn't think Re64 got boosted in teams of 4, just because, like, he's only played 3 games, and at this time, his best account was Re64, who had these depressing stats. Do you really think 30k points? You have 30k points, you say, can you boost my ult in points? No, this guy clearly had to kill farm something. That's averaging 122 divided by 3. I don't know the exact number, it's actually a fraction. Divided by 3. He's averaging 40 to 41 kills per game, which is, it's just kill farming. It's impossible that there's any other way. So you can see this count clearly kill farming. Just mathematically impossible to be any other way. And now, last but not least, let's check Hypixel. So I actually don't want to do that. Okay. So I just wanted to add to the effect. So leaderboards. No, not leaderboards. We're gonna find Re69. You'll notice that he actually never played on Hypixel with Re69. Check Re64. You'll notice he's not doing so well. He's sitting at just, these are his Skywars stats. I think that was his best mode. Let me actually check. Yeah, Skywars was his main mode. He had 2 wins, 38 kills, 62 deaths. Those stats aren't very impressive. Actually, I'll stick playing Hypixel. Re64. Enter. You'll see this if we actually look at more detailed stats. Just looking at his Skywars stats. Close that out. You notice he has a 0.03 win-loss ratio, a 0.61 kill-death ratio. So clearly he wasn't that good. And if you'll notice his last logon, very long ago. So there is no way that he got good on Hypixel. There is no way he got this good at PvP. So that means Hive is likely his only server. Now, to be fair, he could have been try-hard grinding on practice, but considering his original PvP skills, he actually wouldn't get that much faster on practice unless he was playing with garbage practice players, because he'd just get flawless every time. Because as you can see, he was doing horrible on this account. So, in these 5 months, you'll notice Re69 went from these garbage stats, stops using Re64, switches to Re69, killed an approximately 9 win-loss in solos, and again, Bedwars leaderboards, a 9.04 kill win-loss in solos, about a 4 kill death ratio. Now, you could say yeah, that's still fine and dandy, but you'll notice his win-loss is actually higher than his kills to death. How do you explain that? That's actually extremely uncommon. If you check mine, my kill-death ratio is at like a bit above 1.5, and my win-loss is about 1/2. Now, this is likely caused by the fact that Re69 uses no-skill strategies. But no-skill strategies don't make you good at PvP. So these impressive PvP skills make no sense whatsoever. Yeah, that's all. Re69 is probably hacking by.